What up, YouTube fam? Thank you guys so much for coming back to another video. Love seeing you guys here. As always, if you like this video, if you like anything in this video, if you like me, if you like dogs, if you just like anything in general, like this video, comment, subscribe, really helps me out. As you guys can see, I got a new background. You may ask yourself, well, why'd you get a new background? You probably didn't ask that, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So what happened is basically my friends have been watching my YouTube videos and all they've been saying, or a couple of them have been saying like, oh, Jonathan, why can you see your bed? Oh, why is there a shoe over there? Why is there this? Why is there that? Where's your YouTube channel? Huh? Where are your videos? Where's your content? Instead of commenting on mine, how about you put a YouTube video out for the world to see? Huh? Why not? Exactly. So that's why basically that's how that went down. I changed it up, whatever. I gave into peer pressure, so fine, so be it. I kind of like it. I'll see how it goes down the line, but I definitely want to upgrade it, make it look better. So I started off by buying some LED light strips, some Govee EE light strips from Amazon. So we're gonna put those up, do the install, and then just get my general thoughts, and you guys are gonna come along for the ride. All right, let's do it. So the first thing you're going to want to do before hanging up your lights is making sure to clean the surface that the lights are going to directly stick to. As you can see here, I'm cleaning my walls because nothing's been hanging there, so I just cleaned it to double check that the surface was clean. But later in the video, I'll talk about what I would rather do instead of sticking the lights directly onto the wall. Moving forward, I recruited my brother to help get me started. And just to double check, you want to make sure that when you're hanging up the lights that your starting point is close to an outlet. That's where the outlet is in my room, which is why I had to start halfway up the wall. When the light turns on, that's where me and my brother had to turn into engineers basically to figure out how to start the right turn to run the lights along the ceiling. And this is where we ran into our first mistake. Instead of trying to solve the loop maneuver that the instruction booklet explained and going through this nonsense discussion, I should have just cut it and used an adapter, which I'll talk about later in the video, but here's a live look into us trying to figure it out.
It's just facing, the other ones, the 2 points are facing up on the top one.
So this goes like this?
No, other way. That one the other way.
Like this?
I'm talking about the top one.
Yes.
That one, other way.
Like this. Hello friends. Well, welcome back. Guess what? The project is not even anywhere near done because to my surprise, I didn't know that once they give you the second roll here, they don't give you an adapter so you can finish it. How f***ing dumb is that? Well, so now I try to solve the problem, you know, be proactive, be on top of my game, went to Home Depot, asked, hey, do you guys have an adapter to connect LED lights? And they looked at me like I was a homeless man walking in on the street asking them if this was the McDonald's. Yeah, so that was just great. So now we're gonna rely on Amazon Prime 2-day shipping, you know, thanks Bezos. But that was dumb. That was really dumb. I don't know why they would do that. But you know, I don't make the rules. I just play by them. So this video will be continued shortly. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye.
2 days later.
And we're back. So, Bezos came through. Got the connection parts. This little thing right here is what we were waiting for. So basically, I'm gonna open this. I don't know how to open it right now, but I'm gonna open this and it's gonna connect that part to the rest of the part. And we get this dumb job finished the right way because they didn't tell me, but we're here now. I'm not even gonna dwell on it. We're here. So let's just get this going. Okay guys, before we go into the next clip right here, I do want to explain two things about this little adapter piece. The first thing being that on whatever adapter piece you buy, there'll actually be some symbols on the top or the side or somewhere on it showing you the plus and the minus, which is basically where you're going to see how to line up the light strips that you're going to attach inside of this piece. I didn't find that out for 2 hours, and you'll see in the next clip here, I was getting super frustrated because it just wasn't working and I didn't know how to solve the problem. And after like an hour and a half, 2 hours of like searching through YouTube, forums, whatever, I found the answer. So that was super annoying. The second thing being, when Govee's, when the light strips come out of the box, they come in two separate rolls. But in order to line them up properly inside of the adapter, you have to cut the power source off of one of the strips in order to slide it in for the adapter to work. Now, I was super scared about doing that as well. because if I did that and it didn't work, then what would have happened was that light strip would have been useless and I would have thrown my money in the trash. So you can avoid those mistakes. So just make sure you do take note of that when you're using these adapters. All right, let's look at this clip.
Yes.
Success. Wow. That was rough. That was rough. Yeah. Jeez, man. That was hard as Now, I have to figure out how to Okay, well. Yes. Okay. There. Let's start like that. Okay, now let's try this before we start around here. Movie magic, movie magic. And nothing here? Nothing. That doesn't make me feel great. What is the problem? So, as you guys can tell, I ran into quite a few problems throughout that whole process. Definitely took a toll on me, not even gonna lie. So in the first clip, when I found out I needed those adapters, went to Home Depot, they're like, I don't know what you need and who you are, we're closing. That wasn't helpful. So that was super frustrating. Then in the second clip you just saw me, another piece that I didn't explain why I was also so frustrated in that clip was because every time that I was trying to figure out for the hour and a half that I was doing that, of plugging the LED light strip into the adapter and unplugging it, the firmness of the LED light strip was slowly getting looser and looser, and by the end of it, it was like a floppy elephant ear. Like, it was just so loose. And so it made plugging it in the final time like almost impossible. Like, I almost wasn't able to get it slid back into the adapter, but luckily I got it working, as you guys can see in these shots that I'm about to show you right here. Now, going over the experience as a whole, the easiest thing about this was literally just buying the lights. Other than that, everything was an absolute, not even gonna lie. So overall, the lights look great. So if we were gonna grade them going off looks, I do give them a 10 out of 10. I don't really have anything to compare them to as well, so do be aware of that. Like, these are the only LED lights I've ever had. So what I got them for, they do the job, they get everything done, so I'll give them a 10 out of 10 there. As far as experience goes, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, if you will. I might even go lower just because of all the pain points that I had throughout the process. But some things that I would say I want you to know, obviously take the notes of what happened before, but moving forward, some things I do want to go over. If you asked me if I wanted to buy these lights again, I would say no. I bought the lower end version of these lights just because of where I'm at. These are going in my room, which I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be living in this room, so I didn't really care. Now, if you're talking about getting some LED lights for a more permanent living situation where you're gonna be there for a year, over a year, whatever the case may be is, I would probably go with Govee still, but I would go with what are called their Wi-Fi Dream Color lights. And why I would go with those lights is for two reasons. One, they're integrated with Alexa and or Google Home, so that's pretty cool. These don't have that. And because of this other technology that's in those lights called RGB IC. All that basically means is that there's an independent control chip in each light, which allows multiple colors to be shown on the light strip at the same time. These are just static lights, which just means, you know, every individual LED has to be the same color at all times. So those are the two main reasons I probably would go with those other ones. They're a little bit more expensive, I'm assuming, maybe like 10 to 15 bucks, but I think it's worth it depending on where they're gonna go in your house. Now, the other thing that I do want to talk about that I would add on to these lights, Don't forget to buy the adapters, obviously, is what's called LED diffusers or sleeves or pathways, or not pathways, they're called, hold on, channels. So basically these are like these aluminum things that you can stick the LED light strips in instead of sticking them directly to your wall. And then they're covered by a plastic shade, which you can either get like a frosted one or a little clear one, and it diffuses the light. So as you guys can see here, instead of seeing each individual bulb, you would see a more put together, like diffused look. It just looks a lot more professional and more put together. Now, you do have to do a little bit more DIY with that. You have to cut them and frame them to where they're gonna go. It's not hard, but it's just something that if you just wanna stick and go, then you can put them on the wall. But if you wanna put a little effort, if it's gonna go somewhere where you guys are gonna be a lot, or if you're gonna stay in that house or room or wherever for a long amount of time, I definitely think it's worth the investment. So that's it for this review, guys. Obviously, thank you guys so much for coming to this video and sticking through it. That was a tough one for me personally. It is still like, comment, subscribe, summer. So get out there, tell your friends, we're live here. We're bringing the content to you on the date, not the daily. It's like every 9 days, or I don't even know, but we're bringing the content, baby. We're bringing the content. So I'm out of here. Your boy Jay Royce is done with this video, and then I'm gonna let you guys finish off the video with the LED lights going to some music. Peace.